welcome to the drivers' press conference ahead of this weekend's Singapore Grand Prix. Well, Kimi, if we could start with you, please. Can you just talk us through what's happened and why you're on the move next year?
Well, I guess you know what happened. What else you want to know? I mean, this is what happened, and I think as we said many times before, it's not up to me, it's not my decision in the end. Anything after that is obviously my decision, but this is the outcome. So at least we have an outcome, so good.
What is it about the team? I mean, on current form, there's quite a performance differential between Ferrari and Sauber. So what have you been told?
There's a lot of differences between all the cars, you know. If you take all the teams, I mean, there's not many cars, if you take this year, that are on the same level.
But Kimi, what have you been told about the performance? Just tell us why you want to go back to Sauber.
Because I want to go. I mean, I don't, why you try to make it so complicated? I mean, I don't know anything more than you guys, purely where they've been finishing, but obviously I don't know what will happen. Nobody knows what will happen next year. What comes to the speeds of the cars and teams, and obviously we can always guess, but we'll see what we can do. And obviously I have my reasons, and that's enough for me. You know, I don't really care what others think, or as long as I'm happy with my own reasons, it's enough for me. So.
And you're still passionate about racing. The fire is still.
No, I don't. I'm not actually. You know, I'm just by pure head games for you guys. I happen to sign, and I'm gonna spend 2 years there. Just not being happy, but yeah.
Well, Kimi, thanks for the insight. Let's move on. Kevin, coming to you now. Have you had any further thoughts on what happened between yourself and Fernando Alonso in qualifying at Monza, and will it affect your approach to qualifying here in Singapore?
I mean, I'll try and stay away from Fernando as much as I can. But you know, I think it was a pretty extraordinary thing what happened, and not something that will happen too often, I think.
And Brendon, we've heard obviously from Kimi about his move to Sauber next year. What can you tell us about your plans for 2019? Have your talks progressed with the team?
Not really chatting at the moment. I mean, I have a contract going forward. Obviously, there's always options and whatnot, and I've been saying it for a while that the best thing I can do is just focus one race at a time and doing the best job that I can. So I know, and I'm very confident of the job I've been doing behind the scenes with the team. I know that I've got stronger every race during the season, and the results don't exactly show that, but I know that I am strong, and I have been strong the last 5 races, and there's been a few circumstances which meant I wasn't able to score points and seems to be in the wrong place at the wrong time a lot of the time. But I'm also looking at myself on what I can do better there.
There's been a bit in the media about what Dr. Marco has said about possibly 10 drivers looking for a seat at Toro Rosso. Obviously, you're one of those, and that you need to improve. Have you been given any idea by him what he means by improvement, or by the team what they mean by improvement?
Historically, the team's done very well here. Last year they took 4th place with Carlos in some tricky conditions, but if we take the last 2 races, we think this would be a strong opportunity for us. So yeah, just I've been everyone can see that I've been strong in certain scenarios, but haven't been able to capitalize. So I think if what you're referring to what he's saying, well, I haven't been following the press, but probably I need some more results on the points.
Lewis, your championship lead is now 10 times greater than it was at this stage last year. Talk us through that buffer. Is that a factor in your head in how you approach the race weekend?
It might be subconscious, but I've not really thought about it. Just I don't change the way that at the moment, there's no reason to change. There's a lot of points still available, so the approach is exactly the same as it has been all year long. It seems to be working, so that's really, we'll just keep that up for as long as we can, basically. But we do expect there's going to be some difficult races up ahead. Obviously, Ferrari have been ahead of us for the past few races. So keeping up with them, if not passing them, is going to be tough.
Lewis, what do you think about the Ferrari philosophy to let their drivers to fight each other? It makes your life a little bit less difficult in the races. What do you think about it?
Ferrari's philosophy to let the drivers race. I don't see how it makes my life less difficult. How does it make it less difficult? I still have to fight this guy. I think it's, if you watch the races, it's more likely the position that they've put themselves in as opposed to the position we've put ourselves in. Valtteri's been in a position to help in different scenarios. Don't think you've seen many races where it's been the same for them.
Question to Kimi. Have you already thought that you will end your career at Sauber?
There's a big chance for sure.
For the record of the oldest driver.
A bit too much. I'm not interested in any numbers or records. Purely what I feel is right for me, and that's it. We'll see what happens in the future.
How many seasons will that be?
No idea.
If Kimi's
I was 2 years
with two,
doing holidays.
yeah, but with two more years, how many seasons will that be in Formula 1? 16 seasons.
Yeah, not that much.
Still a lot. Right? I think it has to be admired,
Yeah, but I don't. We'll see. Hopefully we stay healthy and all these things and see what happens.
Will you help Vettel to win his championship this year?
I mean, I can only drive one car, obviously, and there's always a lot of talk, a lot of things that can be helpful, cannot be. It's always easy to say that this and this will happen, but in theory, it's so difficult to get it right in many ways. So we'll see what happens in the racing. If we are close to each other and this and that, but. Obviously, we know our rules, and it's pretty simple. So.
What is it that Formula One gives you personally that makes you want to keep going?
Racing. That's about it. I don't need to come if I don't feel. Obviously, the racing is the part that I enjoy most, and that's why we are here. Obviously, it's always been a big part of the race weekend is all the other stuff, and it's normal for us, but it's not the reason to come here. The reason is to drive and race. Obviously,